Hi there, my name's Dave and I'm a farmer, and in this Agri vlog special I'm going to take you through a typical day during harvest. The first thing I must do is to get up on top of the combine around the engine and check all the oil levels and the coolant level. Here I am on top of the combine harvester. The first thing to do is to check the oils and the coolant level on the combine harvester. I do this at the start of every day. It's very important to keep the combine going throughout the day. That's transmission oil, which looks good. Engine oil, which looks good. Next thing to do is to back the combine out so I have enough room to blow out the radiators and the air filters. Now this is also very important because dust builds up in the air filters and the radiators, and if I don't blow them out the combine could quite easily catch fire. I need to get underneath the combine to grease it up because there are various bushes and bearings that need greasing, that need lubricating every day. Now, with that done, and me really rather grubby now, I'm going to take the combine round and put some fuel in there. This involves even more climbing around on top of it. Now, the combine typically uses 500 to 600 litres of fuel every day. Now it has a 900 litre tank, so that means it has to be fueled up at the beginning of every day. Now, whilst the combine is fueling, I must turn my attention to the tractor and blow all the dust out of the radiators and the air filters. A build-up of dust in the radiators and the air filters could cause it to overheat, and we don't really want this. Now everything's ready to go, let's go and harvest some barley. Now I'm going to hitch the trailer on. And after all that, we can now start cutting. There he goes into the crop for the first time today. Oh look, sun's come out, that's alright. Right, now the combine is cutting, I'm going to explain a little bit to you about what's going on today. My father is driving the combine, whilst my role is to cart the grain from the combine in the field to the grain store. On top of that, I have to look after the grain store, make sure it's behaving itself and all that. Now, if you're interested about how harvest in general works, including the grain store, you'll have to wait for my video on harvest, which will be available at the end of harvest once we've finished. Now, the trailer will take 2 loads off the combine, so in between unloading the combine I have time to do things in the field like have lunch. Nice potato salad there. Also a spot of reading, and sometimes I even polish the windows on the tractor. Now, we're almost coming to the end of the day. Throughout the day, I've been carting grain from the combine in the field down to the grain store. Whilst at the grain store, I have been heaping up in the pit, making sure that the grain is going where it should, and I've been taking moisture samples to make sure the grain is going through into the store at the right moisture. If the moisture coming off the combine into the trailer and eventually the store is too high, then we have to dry it down with the dryer. After I've tipped the last load of the day, I'll put the trailer away and then make sure the grain store and the dryer is ready for running overnight. This is because there is a large build-up of barley grain outside the front of the store where the pit is. And sometimes we need to keep it running overnight to stop it building up too much. This is because the combine can harvest it faster than we can put it through the dryer and into the store. So that's it then, the last load of the day. All that remains now is to tip it, heap it up and make sure the dryer can run overnight. Thank you very much for watching. Subscribe for more.